Hey, what's up guys? So today we're going to talk about my day 3, which is squats, calves and abs. And as you can see, I'm surrounded by pillow. I feel like Gigi Khaled right now. And so let's get to it. So squats, calves and abs. So you're going to first ask yourself, why are you doing squats with all these other muscle groups? So I started doing squats on Wednesdays because I was basically doing just squats once a week, which is on Saturdays, and I wanted to get better at it. And so if you want to get better at the movement, you have to do it more than once a week. So I started doing it on Wednesdays, and it's funny, I'm making this video but I still realize that it's a bad decision, so I'm gonna switch it up next week. So I'm still gonna talk about what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. So basically I'm starting squats 5x5. It's a great way to gain strength. And that's the thing with this movement, is that it's so demanding, and since I train in the morning, I always feel kind of tired, but I still do it, and I saw a lot of improvements since I started implementing it in my workout routine. And I highly recommend you to do some 5x5s on compound exercises like squats, deadlift and bench. And if you can perform them at least twice a week, it will allow you to build so much muscle you won't realize, and it will make you so strong compared to as if you were just doing isolation exercises. So yeah, I do squats 5x5, I do 355, and I actually increased. I wasn't even able to do 315 5x5 before, and now it's like I do 355s 5x5, which is incredible. I think a year ago I wasn't even at 315, so that's pretty good. And then I move on to the calves. So calves, I do 3 exercises. So the calf muscle is composed of 2 muscles. So the gastroc, it has a long name, I never remember the name, and with my accent it would sound so weird, and and the soleus. So basically when you're doing your calf exercises, you want to target both of them. So the gastroc is basically the muscle belly of your calves, like the most prominent of it. So to target all of them, I do basically different kind of exercises. So I start with my standing calf raises. I love to start with this one because it's the one where I kind of put the most weight. So I aim for 8 to 10 reps. I usually do 8, and it's not the hardest actually, but it's a really demanding exercise. And so on this one, I bent my knee a little bit and I raised my calves as much as possible. And with this one, you will mostly target soleus, and depending on the angle where you're doing, you will also target gastroc if you are doing it with different angles. And then after that, I do the seated calf, I do the calf press on the leg raise, and this one is also great. I think next week I'm gonna start with this one because I feel the more muscle activation with the calf press on the leg press. So you basically go on the leg machine and you start doing calf press with it. Make sure you don't lock your knees on it, and that you're focusing on the contraction of your calves, not pushing the weight with your legs. And then the last one for the calves is gonna be seated calf raises. On this one, I really put light weights and I do 12 reps. I aim to really burn my muscle and make sure I feel the contraction and the stretch of the fascia. So you make sure when you're at the top of the movement, you contract at least 1 second, and when you go down, make sure you are actually stretching the calves as much as possible. And it's funny that I say that because I don't have that much ankle mobility, and this kind of movements will allow you to have better ankle mobility. So I'm saying things that I need to improve on. And then after that, I move on to abs. And a lot of people will first ask me, how many times do you train abs a week? And I just tell them once. And it's kind of surprising for a lot of people because most people will tell you should actually train them every single day. And I don't think it's the right approach. I strongly think that if you're doing compound exercises like squats, overhead press, deadlifts, and other compound exercises, you need to make sure that your core is tight. If you're doing these exercises proper, you will see abs. If you have a low body fat, you will see your abs. So for me, doing abs once a week is more than enough. You could do it twice if you were really obsessed about them, but if you really want to have abs, first of all, you have to lower your body fats and make sure you're training them the right way. So when I say training them the right way, I personally target every aspect of my abs. So the front of my abs and the obliques. So I do them in the same day because I think it makes sense. And so basically I target them with 3 exercises for the rectus abdominis, which is the front, and then 3 exercises for the obliques. And as you can see on the video, I basically do 3 exercises for each, and I do them in supersets. So I do 1 exercises after, and then I do another one, and then I do another one, and then I take a rest. So it's kind of a circuit training for my abs because I feel that's the best way for me to feel the intensity of the workout. And it's also like a really long workout. I don't want to spend like 2 hours at the gym, and like I told you, I'm explaining this workout right now, but next week I'm gonna switch it up. Like I'm gonna switch my whole workout routine actually. So I'm telling you advice, so the advice are pretty good, but the structure of my workout routine will change. But take this advice to actually apply them to your workout routine because it's actually valuable. And so yeah, basically I do 3 exercises. You will see on the video, I do hanging leg raises. So on this one, make sure you're not like rushing the movement. You're not doing, like I see a lot of people who try to get as high as possible with their legs. Like first of all, I don't even raise my legs. You can do it if you want to, but I raise my knees. And I really contract at the top, like I'm making the movement with my abs. I'm not trying to do as much as possible. I'm just making sure that I'm contracting my abs when I'm doing the movement. I'm not trying to do like some acrobacy. I'm not a gymnast, right? So focus on that and don't try to do some crazy tricks. I see a lot of people like do so many reps and I'm like, what are you working right now? Like, are you trying to rush to the set? If you're contracting properly the abs, you should feel the pain. And if you don't feel the pain, just add some more weight. Like take a ball, like 8 kilograms ball, sorry. And it will allow you to actually work your abs properly. And then, so I do between 8 to 12 reps on this one. And then second one is basically, I call that, what did I call it? I call that rammer here, but I put a name on the video that is the right name. It's basically, I sit on my butt and I extend my legs and I go down. So it kind of looks like a rammer, but it's not the name of the exercises. I put it on the video and I'm gonna put it on the video right now because yeah, it's not the right name. But basically I do 8 to 12 reps for this one, same thing. And then after I finish by crunches, I don't start with them. I just finish with them because I feel it's a real, like it's a killer. I can't even like do more than 10 reps when I did like these 2 exercises just before, which is incredible. I feel the burn. Personally, I do 5 sets for each exercise. So it's basically 5 rounds because they're in a row. And my abs can, like, I feel the pain, which is pretty rewarding, and you know you're working. And then after that, I focus on obliques. So a lot of people don't actually focus on the obliques, and I highly recommend you to do that because it allows you to have like this V shape that everybody wants during summer, but nobody works for it. and also like have this kind of oblique muscle that a lot of people that you will see on a lot of like Instagram models, and it looks really good, to be honest. But it's also like me, I used to do Muay Thai, and you needed to work your obliques before, because let's say someone hits you on the, I don't remember the name of this in English. I'm sorry, I'm kind of stressed in front of the camera, but I don't remember the name of this thing. When you touch it, you just like go down on the floor. En français, in French we say foie, but in English I forgot about it. So yeah, basically this is 3 exercises for the obliques. I start with the hanging oblique leg raises. So it's basically the same leg raises but for the obliques. Same like this one, I aim for 10 reps, and then because it's a pretty hard exercise. And then after I do seated oblique leg raises. So I'm seated on the side of my butt, and I try to reach my legs with my arms, and it allows me to have like a crazy muscle activation on the obliques. And the last one is oblique crunches. So for this one, it's basically the crunch and try to touch your leg, but I'm gonna say something that I actually mentioned before, is that I'm not trying to actually touch my leg, like I'm in that direction, but the goal is to contract your abs. So the goal is not to touch your knees with your elbow. Like, it doesn't really matter if you touch it or not, because me, I don't even touch it. I'm not even like close to it, and I feel the burn. So what I'm saying is, like, do the movement, start the movement from the abs, and then you will feel the muscle activation. Don't try to go at it without actually like activating your abs. So yeah, that's basically the video. I'm gonna put the link to the workout itself so you can see. The footage are a bit small, but you will be able to see the movements. So and it's also kind of motivational with some background music. And so yeah, that's about it. Guys, I hope you enjoy. Have a good one.